This is Steve Lockwood, and today I'm going to show you some tricks that you can do with your standards-based report cards, specifically with cross-curricular. So with GradeLink, you've got a lot of options when it comes to report cards, and especially with standards-based. And I'm not going to go over them all right now, but I am going to show you some options when it comes to how you want to group standards for cross-curricular grading. So in this example, I've got underneath language arts in reading informational text, which is kind of the typical place where it shows up. But what if I wanted to take that and then move it underneath another subject like science? Could I do that? And the answer is yes. So what would happen is the English language arts teacher would not have a section for reading informational text in his or her grade book. So that just wouldn't be assessed under language arts. But that same content would be assessed under science. So a science teacher, when they go to the lesson plans or go to the grade book and they go to assess things, that would be one of the areas that you can assess. Okay, so how do you do that, right? Great question. So the answer is standards groups. What you want to do first is, if you haven't already, you want to go ahead and import the standards. And so you need to be an administrator, and you would go to the student section, and then under admin, then you go to import standards, and you can select from the different standards groups and just check off the boxes of things that you want it to be in your library of standards. Next thing is we need to go to the classes area and select standards from the top menu, and then click this little gear icon, and that allows us to access our groups. So assuming you've already got some groups in there, you might need to add them, or maybe you want to edit them. You can click add new to add one. Just key in a name. I recommend that you put in just the name of the group. Should probably just match the name of the subject as you see it in GradeLink. So if you put in Language Arts 8, if that's how you describe your subject, that's going to be easiest for you. If you already have one and you want to edit it, you just click on it and change it same way. Next, now that I've got it selected, I have this other menu where I can go ahead and drag and drop different standards. So in this example, I want to select science. And second, I want to go ahead and search. I'm going to just do search on the right-hand side for 8.ri. And that's because that's the standards for reading informational text start with the numbers 8.ri. So I would select all of them so they turn blue, and then click add. And that adds it to the science standards for 8th grade. So now when my teacher goes and logs into lesson plans or grade books, wherever they see standards, that is going to be there. Now, if you don't want informational text to appear under science and language arts, then you need to do the reverse. You need to go ahead and select language arts, highlight the language arts standards that have to do with reading informational text, and then click remove. And that way it'll take it out of that group. And that way you're not assessing them 2 times. Okay. Now, last step is, if you haven't done this one already, you need to make sure that that group gets associated with the actual class. So just you go to the classes tab, click on a class, for example, math or science or language arts. You would go to standards and make sure that it's selected to the correct group that you've just created. If you need any more help, you can go ahead and visit community.gradelink.com.